welcome. Thank you for being here. And let's jump right into the Ask Jesse section for today. Okay, first question comes to us from Faith Lines, and Faith asks, hey Jesse, this is a personal trainer question. What are the benefits for women to fast twitch, lift heavy weights with maxing out at 5 to 8 reps who have fat to lose on their body compared to slow twitch, light weights, and maxing out 20 reps? Which one provides faster results, fat loss and muscle gain? And why? Also, if a woman decides to lift heavy, where is a good place to begin that journey? Is there a website you can suggest learning from, or do you need a personal trainer to start the process? Great question. Majority of us are going to be a fairly equal blend of both fast twitch and slow twitch muscle fibers. What those are is, easy example is an Usain Bolt type figure. He's going to be mostly a fast twitch. Fast twitch muscle fibers are meant for explosive movements. Power lifters are going to mostly be fast twitch. And an example of more slow twitch muscle fibers would be like a Lance Armstrong, an endurance athlete, a marathon runner, who has muscle fibers meant for more endurance, and they're not going to be doing as many sprints and those types of things. With that being said, even those guys at that level are going to have some of both. They're just going to have probably genetically a dominance of one or the other. What are the benefits? So slow twitch muscle fibers are traditionally going to be exercised by doing longer repetition, more, and that's what the question was about, higher reps, 20 reps and beyond. Fast twitch muscle fibers are going to be ones for more explosive movements. A lot of people who are in sports like American football, there's a lot of fast twitch, right? Because you're doing these quick explosions, 10 seconds, and then you're stopping. European football, soccer, or football for the rest of the world, is going to be oftentimes more slow twitch because it's an endurance sport. And do they need to sprint at times in soccer? Do they need to tap into those fast twitch fibers? Absolutely. The benefits of that, it's going to be one, working your body just more to the line of genetics. So if you're trying to, is there going to be one that burns fat more than the other? Again, it really depends on what your predominant fiber type is. I think if you have a curiosity or an interest or a desire to lift heavier, and you should absolutely do that. I think regardless if somebody has more fast twitch or somebody has more slow twitch, I think everybody should lift heavy, and I think everybody should do some endurance training, because most of us have both types, and so there's going to be benefits that come from both types of exercise, both types of training, right? It's kind of like saying, I don't know what I was just going to say. I was trying to come up with some sort of food example. It's kind of like saying, I have lettuce to use to make salads, but I'm only going to use salad dressing, right? We're using one thing and not the other. We have both of them, and so which means we have the opportunity to use both and get benefits from both of them. That's a horrible analogy, a poor metaphor. Please forgive me. That was definitely not my best one. And what I would suggest is do both. The reason why is because most of us will have both, and so there's going to be metabolic benefits for both. You're changing things up. You're stimulating your body. You're stimulating your muscles in different ways, which is going to force them to respond and be trained in ways they haven't done. If you're somebody who trains mostly in high reps, switch it up and do low reps for a while. I bet you'll be impressed about how your body responds. Likewise, if you're somebody who trains mostly in low reps, switch it up and do high reps for a while. I bet you'll be amazed on how it responds. I remember in college I got, not really injured, but there's a thing called OTS, overtraining syndrome, where I'd just been training too much too often. So when I rested for a full week, and then I came back and I lifted only light weights for a while, I was amazed at how much my body changed and how hard it was just to do light weights. Where is there a website you can just suggest learning from? It depends on what you want to learn. If you're looking to learn how to do the lifts, I would recommend going to my YouTube channel and looking at the Train the Trainer series that's on there, which I am going to be organizing my YouTube channel a little bit in the future to make it more easy for anybody jumping on there to find content, because I realize that I have something like over 400 videos now on YouTube, and it's in chronological order, which is nice, but it doesn't really help us when we're trying to find specific resources. But go on there. We talk about how to do proper motions of mechanics of a squat, deadlift. Those are the big movements that you're going to do when you're looking at heavier reps. And I would start with those. You're looking at movements that you're really going to be working muscles through the full spectrum of motion. Is there a ton of ways that we could do these and all these things? Yeah, we could have a whole conversation on this, which maybe if that's of interest to all of you, for a future of Facebook Live and Periscope Live, is we have a conversation specifically on exercising. I see some hearts on Periscope. Specifically on exercising, specifically on ways to improve, ways to different modalities of training, whatnot. I think there's other resources. So there's lots of resources out there, and I would suggest Google to your curiosity. Again, I don't know what specifically you would want to learn. If it's learning how to do lifts, I would look at the Train the Trainer section I have on YouTube, on my YouTube page, because there's some really good stuff on there. All right, I hope that was of help and value to all of you. I apologize again for the abruptness of today's Facebook Live. I do need to run. I have another appointment that starts here in about 90 seconds, and I don't want to be late for it. So we'll be back here, same time, same place next week. And I will hopefully have a little bit more time for some interaction. Also, tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific time, we'll be doing the moral of the story. I will be on a little longer tomorrow where I'll be able to share the story with you. And we'll be able to have a little bit of dialogue about what your moral of the story is that you take away from it. Okay, that's it for today, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. As always, I appreciate Periscope. Thank you for the hearts. Facebook Live, thank you for all the different emojis that come across. I'm deeply grateful for each and every one of you taking the time to be here today and share this with your friends, your family, your coworkers, comment on, interact with it, because that ultimately helps me spread my message and help it to reach people who may not know about what I offer or what I teach. And lastly, if you're thinking about coming to Unlock Your Greatness, if you're still on the fence about it, registration is closing this week. Please do not miss out. If you're still thinking about it and you've been thinking about it for a while, that's probably a sign that you should come. It's going to be 2 amazing days, Friday, October 7th and Saturday, October 8th in Santa Barbara. I hope you'll be able to join then. All right, everybody, take care. Have an amazing rest of the day, and I will see you tomorrow for a moral of the story, and I'll see you for Ask Jesse next week at this time too. Bye-bye.